absolutely magical. Do you take in those moments and really reinforce yourself to say and stop like, wow, look at where I'm at. Look at what I have, and really embrace and embody that of what you worked for?
Yeah, it's funny. I think because and maybe it's a British mentality, but we're so like reserved, you know. I think I always thought that though by doing that it was like from a place of ego, but it's not. You know, we should embrace and we should be proud of ourselves, and we should kind of have those moments where we're like, we acknowledge. I guess we acknowledge ourselves, and so I've started to do it more. And it's funny you mentioned that, Stephen, because for me it is when I'm home. You know, I travel a lot. So when I can be home, I think about, wow, like this is mine, and that's that's why I wanted my home to be like my little sanctuary as well. It's where I do get like my wellness, and I have my ice cold plunge and my sauna, and I try and do all the things that make me feel better at home. So it is my kind of sacred, healthy space. But yeah, I mean, I do try and do that because it wasn't that long ago. I remember the days, when I had, juggling different jobs and struggling to make rent and jumping around. And, we've all been through those tough times. And I guess it's important to acknowledge, as we say, the success, that how far we've come. So I do try and do that. I probably don't do it enough once again, but I do try and do that. And I think it's important for us all, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, is to take those moments to just pause and be like, okay, I'm on the right track. And, look at the great things I have done, because for some reason, and I don't know why, but I feel like us as humans, we always go to the negative before we go to the positive. I don't know why that is, but our minds, or at least mine, goes to that. So I think it's about like counteracting. The more we do the positive stuff and tell ourselves the positive things, the more that voice is probably going to be more prominent. So yeah, it's important to do. I don't do enough, but I will do it.
As long it's going to come to you, and as you have that moment where you stop and reflect, it's going to come at the right and most perfect time for you. Because, knowing that you're, a Taurus, you're an earth element, it is about balance. It is about self-reflection. And for you, one of the strongest feelings that I get is, I believe you attract people that are strong and resilient, but I also believe that the type of man and person that you are, and the spiritual embodiment that makes you Oliver, is that you also attract people that look for guidance and support and some sort of recognition to be that mirror, that reflection, to allow another person to be aware or to remind them that who they are as self and as people or a person is important. So your mission out there is more than just what you've done in ballet and singing and acting, Oliver. I truly believe that you are a beacon of light and that you are a mirror reflection to help remind other people. Because I don't know what your past was like, but I wouldn't doubt if you attracted people that, were looking at you like Superman, like, hey, Oliver, can you come save the day or whatever, or, spill all of their, like, purged all of their emotional distress and trauma towards you or within your presence, and then ended up leaving without realizing, oh my God, I left Oliver with a mess. So when we think about the boundaries and, once again, emotional mental health, in your strength, in your perseverance, and being that mirror reflection for other people and who you attract in your life to be for you, how do you really go about in remembering that you're leaving a legacy, but also at the same time, Oliver, you are awakening people to help them to realize that they can be more than what they are now?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I mean, it's a big question. I don't really think of it that way. For me, it's just, be there for the people that, that try and be there for people,
Mm-hmm.
if someone needs you, with the extent of also, having those boundaries too, that you can't be there for everyone, and you have to look after yourself as well, because it's like that, what's that cliche thing that people say where when you're on the plane, you got to put your own mask on first before you can, it's so true. So I think, ultimately be there for people, when you can, and be there for yourself as well. So I think it's just finding that balance. But I've never really, I guess I've never really thought about it, because it's it's just part of second nature. You know, I come from quite a big family. I have 3 older brothers, and you know, we're all there for each other. You know, it's just part of life. You know, so I think for me, it's second nature. I just try and, you know, take every day as it comes, I guess.